everyone, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to talk about, there was a teaser put out for this coming Sunday's episode of Sister Wives, and it kind of elaborates more on when Robyn is doing that self-filming explaining that her nanny and the nanny's husband got COVID. And I just have so many thoughts about this, so let's just take a look.
So over the weekend, we had a birthday party for Ariella, and the whole family tested and was able to get together. Well, after that, the next day, I got a call from my childcare provider, my nanny and tutor for the kids, and she said that her husband and her were testing positive for COVID.
We got everybody together. If it would have just been me and my kids doing Ari's birthday party at our house, the only point of exposure we would have had to worry about was whether or not Kody was going somewhere. And it's because we got together, and I don't want that to make us all go, okay, well, we can't do this anymore.
The first thing that happened when Robyn told me this is I'm like going, holy cow, she's been doing everything right. How did she get exposed to COVID?
She was so sad, she was so upset, and they don't know for sure where they got it. This just validates Kody that, you know, maybe getting together is a little bit too much of a risk. I don't know. It's just really, really hard and frustrating.
Robyn is trying some next level mindfuckery here. So are we really saying that because the nanny got COVID, it's the multiple times the family got together that caused this? It's such a bizarre rationale. If that were true, wouldn't we have other positive tests coming back from other members of the family, not just the nanny and her husband? I know that at some point Kody contracts COVID. I'm not sure if it was from this incident or if it was from another incident, but as far as we know on the show, nobody else has it except for Robyn's nanny and her nanny's husband. So I don't see how she could possibly claim that they've been like risking it too much and because they've been getting together as a family. And we know that these rules and they're claiming to be so vigilant about COVID is really just a smokescreen for them to be able to live as a monogamous family and pretty much ignore the rest of the family. That's really what this is all about. When Robyn talks about how she has no idea how the nanny and the nanny's husband got it, if this is a person that you're bringing into your home around your children, and you know the big thing was that Saul at one point had RSV, so he might be high risk. If you're really concerned, that vigilant about the safety of your family, contact tracing is a very important part of stopping the spread of COVID. And Robyn should be much more concerned with how they got sick. I mean, my mom has to do this for work. She works for a school, and when they get when an employee or a student tests positive, they go through a very elaborate contact tracing with each person so that they can notify other people that they've been exposed. This is a really important step to stopping the spread, and Robyn seemed not too concerned about where the nanny got this from. Also, Robyn and Kody doubled down on the fact that the nanny has been so vigilant in keeping the rules. And I'm just curious, I mean, I mentioned this in my last video that you can absolutely be doing everything in your power, wiping off your groceries, changing your clothes, all of that. You could be super, super vigilant and still catch it. So we know that happens. People with the best intentions still get exposed. But how is the nanny 100% trustworthy? We can trust that the nanny is telling us the truth, but we can't trust our other family members. I mean, we know from the conversation with Gabe that Kody didn't even really check in with the rest of his kids. He just assumes that everybody is just playing fast and loose with the quarantine because I guess Janelle went and helped Maddie when Evie had her surgery, and then Christine got that massage, and you know she did a surgery vacation in New Jersey for Isabel. So he deems that none of his actual family is trustworthy, but this nanny is being 100% truthful and she tested positive. Robyn is worried that this is just going to reinforce Kody's notion that they should all be isolated from each other, when I think this should just prove to Kody and Robyn that their current protocols don't work. Kody going from house to house is still risky. Them bringing other people into their house is risky. The risks that they think that they're getting from like being around their own family members, they're actually the riskiest in their own household. What they should do, Robyn has a 7-bedroom house. Any of the kids that still live at home and those wives, they should just all move into Robyn's and quarantine there together. But we know that that just makes way too much sense and that would never happen. If they all were living under the same roof, they could all quarantine together. This is what the kids had been recommending that they wanted to do. I know Gabriel and Garrison had mentioned it before in their interviews. Kody would be able to know with 100% certainty that his family, his wives and his kids were being, quote, his favorite word, compliant. And he would be able to be a present father and husband. But we know, again, like I said, that this is all just a smoke screen for what Kody and Robyn really want, which is to just be by themselves, isolate their kids, and not be around the rest of the family. This is them trying to exit the family without actually exiting the family. And it's actually really cruel. This is really, really cruel. Anyways, you guys, let me know what you think down in the comments. Again, contact tracing, so important. Robyn for being as vigilant and Kody for being as vigilant as they claim to be should be much more worried about tracing back the origin of this exposure so that they can know and do things according to plan. It's really interesting how both of them are kind of spinning this into, we've just been too laxed in getting together with the rest of the family, and not, hey, maybe we don't need this employee coming into the house. Now, I know people have speculated that this might be some sort of like occupational therapist, or, you know, it might be helping with the kids medically. I don't know. They are just claiming that it's childcare and a tutor. So if we're going off of what they're saying, then why can't all of the family members come in? You have built-in childcare. People can help out with schoolwork if this is all just too overwhelming for Robyn. So if I'm taking them at their word, then I would suggest don't have the nanny come over. Get all your family members together, quarantine together, and write it out as one. But that would just make way too much sense. Anyways, you guys, let me know what you think down in the comments. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Reality Squad, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Have a good one. Much love.